relatives. It is wonderful to be here with you today. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel, and we're going to be talking about all things trauma and healing. And this is what we do, and bringing healing out into the world, but it all starts with ourselves. So this is a YouTube channel that helps give you tips, information to empower yourself, to heal yourself, and to get out there and heal other people. Heal the people, heal the planet, right? Because when we heal ourselves, we create better people with more informed decision-making power to make better decisions for not only ourselves, humanity, and the planet. So I'm here to talk to you today about the importance of meditation and stillness and healing ourselves. We've been going through weekly different aspects of Mental Health Awareness Month in May and the different facets of being able to become aware of mental health and the steps on taking your mental health journey. Because as a therapist and a trauma survivor myself, I've always been aware of what I need to work on, and it is an ongoing journey, folks. It's we're not just getting to a destination and go, okay, that's it. There's always more to work on. So, if you think you're all healed up, there's always more for you. Peeling back the layers of the onion, the lotus flower, whatever metaphor you resonate with. But also, a lot of people don't know how to take that first step in their healing journey. There's a lot of people that are kind of stuck, or they think that they don't need that, or it's woo-woo or hippie shit. Excuse my French, but I was actually we were talking about auras at a gathering last night for Memorial Day, and we were talking about auras, and some guy chimes in and says, that's just a bunch of hippie shit. So wherever you are on the spectrum, there's some kind of healing for you, because right now we are in a state of global crisis with mental health, and there's not enough therapists. Coaches are not that equipped in treating trauma. And so here I am wanting to create a transformational healing empire to heal children in schools, putting mental health programs in schools and putting mental health programs out for the public to access. So one of the things we're going to be talking about, stillness and meditation. And before we get into that, I just wanted to share a little bit about my recent adventure and really deep work with the Anishinaabe tribe in the Matangi Reserve in Ontario, Canada, and which sits right on the border of Minnesota and Canada. And I was there at this hotel for 4 days and getting the pleasure to train 10 Native American social workers and lay people in their efforts to create childcare and children's mental health and attachment programs for families and substance abuse, all on their very small reserve. And there was only about 140 people. So I had such an incredible time with these people. And, thank you for being there if you're listening now, and, taking that leap to bring me in and help you help your people. So I'm super honored. And we had 2 days of learning about art therapy, why it works, how it works, and how to rewire your brain from trauma, and all the different models within the neurodevelopmental art therapy system that we use, as well as cultural competence and program implementation, and learning about the research outcomes with our 2.5 studies. I say and a half because one of them was an independent study done with the Northern Arizona University, who teamed with Southern Florida University. So they found reduction of stress. They found an increase in mood, an elevation in mood, and also an increase in resiliency. And our two studies we already have show a reduction of trauma symptoms across the board in all subsets of trauma. So I'm here to talk about how, what I learned from this tribe and all of the different little, very similar things that US tribes go through as compared to Canadian tribes, and still the government pushback to give back land. And, that's all very similar in Canadian tribes, I'm finding out. So it was really good to be able to be part of this, change making that they're doing there, because they truly are pioneers and young people on their reserve that are picking up the reins and going to do some really incredible things and hopefully create a model that goes out to other different reserves throughout Canada. So happy to be a part of that. And one of the things that did come up in this training were there was a lot of unresolved trauma that they were still experiencing for themselves, that especially when we got into the different ways that trauma can manifest in children, adolescents, and adults. So there was a couple people that had to leave the room suddenly with tears and needing to stop and go back to the art and talk about and draw some of these things that were coming up for people. And fortunately we were in a small group so we could address that, but happy to plant seeds and give them a way to heal themselves as well. And so that brings us to the discussion of healing ourselves. And one of the ways that we can begin that process is, we've gone through taking the inner journey of, trying to be still and meditate and do your own art. And these are some really important ways to start that journey of self-reflection and self-discovery. And not only that, but empowering yourself and disciplining ourselves to take that time and seeing it as a necessary a necessary step in our own personal development and healing. So one of the things that Mary Morrissey was talking about, so she's a transformational woman. She's just incredible author, international speaker, hangs out with the Dalai Lama. Okay. She's just incredible. And I just had an incredible 3 days live in-person event with her and just so inspired. So she was telling a story about a flood and how the flood started a dam burst, and there was this man in his house and he saw the water start seeping under his doors and started to rise up. So he had to go up to the second floor of his home. And then pretty soon the waters kept rising and rising. And there was, calls on his phone line saying, "Hey, we need to come evacuate you." And he's like, "Nope, nope, God's going to save me. God's got a plan. I'm going to get saved." And then pretty soon an evacuation boat comes by his house after the flood has now reached the second level and he's on his rooftop, and he goes, "Nope, nope, God's got a plan. He's going to save me." He's now on his rooftop and the helicopter comes with a big drop down rope ladder. And he says, "Nope, nope, God's got a plan. He's going to save me." And so off goes the helicopter, water levels rise, and the man drowns. And he wakes up in heaven and he goes and knocks on the door of God's office and he says, "God," and this could be spirit, this could be whoever you resonate with and believe in. Tunkashala if you're native, or whatever. There's lots of different native names for creator. And he goes and knocks on the door and says, God, why? I thought you had a plan. Why didn't you save me? And God says, what do you mean, why didn't I save you? I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter. I sent you all these people to come and save you, and you refused. So that was a really great example, a beautiful story that Mary Morrissey shared about how when we're not listening, we can miss different signs from the universe and things that we need that develop our intuition that further our healing path. So I encourage you all just to take some time in a quiet space, even if it's just 5 minutes each day, after your gratitude practice, after you pray, if whatever you do, whatever your ritual is, if you even have one, and if not, maybe you want to create one for yourself, because it is a beautiful sacred time to really truly connect inward and be able to reflect and ask. So prayer is about asking for answers, but the stillness and the quietude is about listening for the answers and paying attention, because we have to pay attention or else we will miss these signs, like the helicopter and the boat. And this man ended up dying because he missed all the signs. So taking that quiet time for reflection, and this is the exact same thing I told the tribe that I just trained last week. Taking that quiet time for reflection, doing your own art, doing your own practice every day. And sometimes it's not doable every day. I know that I had to catch a plane and, early in the morning, and was traveling all day twice last week. And but closing your eyes even on the plane and just giving some gratitude, and seeing what's there, seeing what I need to be tuning into in that moment. And tuning into your environment. What are the signs? So sometimes people have very clear signs, and then other times they're a little more subtle. It could be an animal that crosses your path. You might want to discover and pull an animal medicine card. That's a card, an oracle deck by Jamie Sands, who's a Southwestern tribe that I've had since I was 18 years old. You should see the book. I've had to actually buy a couple of them now. So that was 30 something years ago, 34 years ago, that I've been using the animal medicine deck. Or pick a card from any oracle deck, or when you are out and about, and you notice an animal that's not usually there, you can look it up online too. Just, hey Siri, what is the spiritual significance of frog? And see what you come up with. So I hope that all of you are having a fantastic, beautiful week. And I look forward to being with you again here next week on our YouTube channel. And please like, share, and subscribe below, and comment. What is one stillness practice and meditation practice that you use? What are the questions that you formulate for yourself each day that helps you go deeper within yourself, so you can be the best that you can be? Would love to hear. All right. Get out there and heal yourself, heal the people, and heal the planet.